This is Rock and Roll English. Real people, real English. Here's your host, Martin Johnston.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Rock and Roll English. Episode number 100. Oh yeah, baby, you heard that right. I have done this 100 times. 100 times I have spoken to my computer with nobody else listening and felt like an idiot, and it's still happening. Can you believe that? What a great day this is. So here we are. I mean, you're probably expecting something amazing. It's not going to be that. Nothing's amazing with me. I had always thought I'll do something big for this. Notice some past perfect there. I had always thought. And then the day arrives like it has done now, and I just think, fuck, I haven't got anything prepared. I think John Lennon said once, life is what happens when you're making other plans. Very similar to this situation as well. I'm sure he was probably talking about rock and roll English when he said that. Anyway, luckily, you've done all the work for me this week because people have left me lovely messages. I made a quick podcast last week asking people to leave small messages. So thanks to all the people that have taken the time out of their busy lives to leave me a little message. I do appreciate it. I think I've responded to everyone. If not, I will do it tomorrow. I probably should have asked for these comments a few weeks ago, really, shouldn't I? But, you know, that would have been an easy thing. That would have been intelligent. Notice there, some past modal verbs. Would have been intelligent. Anyway, I am actually quite proud of this achievement because I read a statistic recently, because, you know, I love statistics, and it said 90% of all podcasts that you can find on iTunes, etc., only have one episode because people think, you know what, I'll make a podcast, it's easy, I'll do it. And then after one episode, they think, fuck that, that's actually quite difficult. Anyway, that's enough of that. I wanted to share this experience with you this day. It feels like it's my birthday, but it's obviously not. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to play the comments that you've made, the comments that you've recorded. There we go. And then I will make a few comments after them. Some of them contain some rock and roll vocabulary as well, so we'll look at that. You know, this may be a celebration, but as we know very well on this show, every day is a school day. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. So here is the first comment.
Hello everyone, welcome to the 100th episode of Rock and Roll English. This is Martin's mum here, and it is true when he says I'm listening to all the episodes. I've listened to the whole 100 episodes to make sure he's behaving himself. This is the only way I can find out what he's doing. So congratulations Martin, and keep on rocking everyone.
Okay, so that was the first message there from my number one fan, which is also my mum. Yep, that's how cool I am, people. That's the great thing about having a podcast. You always have some fans like your mum, your brother, your sister. You've always got some, haven't you? I enjoyed the way she introduced the podcast when she said, hello everyone and welcome to the 100th episode. That was very nice. Thanks, Mum. But she did use some rock and roll vocabulary there when she said, I listen to the podcast to make sure he's behaving himself. That's a nice term, isn't it? That's generally a thing that mums say. Another way to say that could be to make sure he's being a good boy, which, you know, we all know that I am. She says she listens to it to find out stuff about me. That's quite embarrassing, knowing some of the stuff I've spoken about on the podcast. So I think the best thing to do is listen to the next comment.
Hi Martin, thank you very much for your amazing podcast. Congrats with this 100 episode. You are the most intelligent hooligan I ever heard. Keep on rocking.
So that was a message from Max, who is from Russia, I believe. I apologise in advance to anyone if, one, I make a mistake with the pronunciation of your name. You already know I'm shit at that. And two, if I get your recordings confused, because I've got them all saved, it's a bit confusing. I'm not very good at this stuff. Anyway, thanks, Max. I especially enjoyed being called the most intelligent hooligan that you've ever heard. That is something to be proud of, isn't it? Because I am a bit of a hooligan sometimes, of course. I think you all saw the video of me jumping around, punching a screen. But to be called an intelligent hooligan, now that's something. So, let's get to the next one.
Hello, Martin. This is Karine from France. Thank you very much for your funny podcast. I really enjoy listening to it, and I really think it's really helpful. So when it's fun, it works. So keep on rocking, I will. And good luck for 100 more podcasts. Bye-bye.
So thanks for that message, Karen. I'm happy that you find it useful and fun. That's the main objective of the podcast, really. And when you said 100 more episodes, I can promise you there will be another 100 episodes, unless someone kills me or something like that. Hopefully that won't happen. Anyway, Karen actually forgot to say something, and then she left another little message. So let's just listen to that.
I've just realized that I forgot to thank also Boom Boom Cannon and Clarification Charlie. So thank you for being part of the podcast. It's nice listening to you and hearing what you think, and you're very fun as well. Just a little message for Boom Boom Cannon that I think a little compliment. His voice is really very nice to listen to. Bye-bye.
So I'm sure Boom Boom will be happy about that. I don't find him that great to listen to. Anyway, forgetting what you were supposed to say and thinking, fuck, I should have said that, Karen, is something I do a lot. In fact, I've done it again on this podcast. I forgot to tell you, one, I don't know how long this podcast is going to be, because I'm just speaking as I go along. Nice term there, as I go along. I haven't got anything planned. I'm just recording, speak. So I don't know how long it's going to be. It might be longer, might be shorter. And I also forgot to tell you about the audio quality. You'll probably notice it's not as good as usual. That's because I've got these recordings, but 99 episodes of great audio. You can forgive me this time. No, come on. Let's just listen to the end, get this party finished, and then we can all go home. You have that sometimes, don't you? You go to a party and you think, fucking hell, this is shit. I can't wait to go home. But that's not the case here, okay, people? This is a great party and we're going to have fun until the end. That's an order. There's nothing worse, actually, than organised fun, is there? Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now and let's listen to the next one.
So, hi, Martin. Let me congratulate you with the anniversary of your podcast. 100 episodes, that's not a joke. That's a really outstanding, and that's a great achievement made.
So another thing I've just decided to do in this moment, on the spot, remember, on the spot is without preparation, is interrupt the messages to respond to them. Because when I speak at the end and talk about the message, probably you don't remember what the person said at the beginning of the message. So for example there, Dimitri said 100 episodes, that's not a joke. I love that, Dimitri. It's definitely not a joke. Serious shit, baby. Anyway, let's keep going.
All this time your podcast has been developing and getting more and more entertaining, and I believe it'll gradually become the most popular podcast ever.
Most popular podcast ever. I hope that happens as well, Dimitri. That's a dream of mine. You have to dream big. It probably won't happen, but I'm enjoying the journey. So thank you very much for that comment. Anyway, as I said, the message isn't finished here. Let's keep going.
You create this show with so much effort, and we, all of your listeners, we really can feel it. Your podcast has already united people from all over the world, and every Monday our mood improves when the next episode of your show comes out.
The fact that people are happy and happier to listen to Rock and Roll English, they think, oh, it's Monday, great, Rock and Roll English is out today, I can listen to that. I'm speechless for that. I have no words. I am like that with other podcasts, but to think there are people in the world that look forward to listening to me, I honestly can't tell you how happy that makes me and how grateful I am. So thanks again for that, Dimitri.
And subscribers of the full volume are happy just every day. I'm very glad that now Charlie and Boom Boom Cannon are with you doing this show. Together you create an atmosphere of true friendship and genuine sparkling humor. And this is the feature of your podcast.
So I'm very happy to hear, because Dimitri is a full volume member, that full volume members are happy every day to listen. But I'm also very pleased what Dimitri said there about how he's happy that Boom Boom Cannon and Clarification Charlie are now on the podcast. Because obviously, it evolves. Dan the Man was a massive part of the podcast and will always be. But you know, it evolves. There will be other people in the future. I'm sure there will. I'm sure Clarification Charlie will have some things to do in the future, same as Boom Boom Cannon, and there will be some other people. But I'm happy people like the evolution of the podcast. And change is always good, isn't it? You know, things get boring, like me speaking now. So let's get back to Dimitri.
I wish you to celebrate the next anniversary of the show, swimming in the pool filled by money that brought you the popularity of your show. Okay, bye for now, mate, and keep on rocking.
The first thing I would like to say is Dimitri himself added that sort of applause at the end. I didn't do that. You can't do that for yourself, can you? It's like when people like their own photo on Facebook. I mean, you just can't do that. But going back to the swimming in a swimming pool full of money, that would be nice. I must admit, that would be nice. If that does happen, you know, I will invite you all. But we have to be careful about this as well. Some philosophical words coming up here. Brace yourselves. Nice term there. Brace yourselves. Get ready. That's from Notorious B.I.G. there. Mo money, mo problems. The more money I have, the more problems I have. Yeah, I haven't got any money though, so I haven't got any problems. But anyway, let's get to the next one.
Hello Martin, I'm André from Brazil, and I want to say that I have lots of fun listening to your podcast. You and your stories are great. I laugh and learn at the same time. How amazing is that? Well, that's pretty much it, and please keep on rocking.
Oh, I will keep on rocking, Andre. Thank you very much for that message. I'm also very pleased to hear that you enjoy my stories. I love telling a good story. There's nothing better, is there? I always say, before TVs, before iPads, all people had was just storytelling. That's it. It's the most ancient human entertainment form that exists. And that's why I love it, people. So thanks again, Andre, for that. Let's get to the next one.
Uncle Martin, when are you going to invite me to your show? Bye.
Some of you may recognise that voice. That's my 5-year-old niece, who I did an episode with once. She didn't obviously send me that to be part of this show. She just sent me that recently because she wants to come on the show again. But I thought I would have her on for the 100th episode to celebrate all of the ones I've had before. And Ivy, if you are listening, I will invite you soon. Okay, let's keep going, people.
Alright, I just want to say thank you to all of you. To you, Martin. To Clarification Charlie, that is the sweetest. To Boom Boom Cannon. And also to Dan the Man, that unfortunately is not on the podcast anymore, but I still remember him. Yeah, it's the last one in the list, but I won't forget him, okay? So thanks for everything.
So that message was from Juan, I think. So thank you very much for that. And your point about Dan the Man, you will never forget him. None of us ever will on this podcast. He was, he is, and he always will be a huge part of the podcast. But as I mentioned earlier, people will come, people will go. For example, Boom Boom Cannon at the moment. One day he might get a job in IKEA and think, I don't want to do rock and roll English anymore. Clarification Charlie might get a full-time job clarifying stuff. You don't know what will happen in the future. But one thing we do know is that I will still be here because rock and roll English is pretty much my life now. So, as long as I'm breathing and still alive, then this will be happening. So there's some good news. Anyway, whilst we're on the good news, I've got a rocking one for you now. Okay, people? Again, brace yourselves.
People, we have growth 100 podcasts. Mates, not been listening 100 showcasts. 100 rock and roll, 100 Martin sounds. 100 Rock and Roll English Podcast.
So that message there was from Manuel, who is a full volume member as well, actually. As you can see, all full volume members are the coolest people in the world. How cool was that? That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Manuel. I will have to learn the words to that song. Maybe one day you can teach me how to play it. So let's move on nicely to the next one.
Hello, Martin. Congratulations. The 100th episode. Wow, what an achievement. I heard about you on my old-time favorite Luke's English podcast last year. Then I've been a huge fan of yours ever since. Rock and Roll English does not only teach useful phrases, slang, vocabulary in an effective way, it also brings me a lot of joy. I've even embarrassed myself by bursting out laughing on public transports several times.
Again, to think people burst out laughing on public transport around the world listening to a stupid idiot like me. I have no words to say how that makes me feel. Thank you again. Anyway, the message is not finished and I didn't mention the name on purpose. You will find out why. Let's keep going and let's keep rocking, people. You know, we're rocking for all of the podcast, okay? Let's keep going. Let's keep rocking.
Learning English and having fun, the best combo ever. As for me, I always use podcasts to learn English. I do shadowing to practice my accent in particular. So there's one thing I'd like to point out is that Martin, you have such an articulate and clear voice and you speak quite slow on the show. You are the best person ever for me to practice shadowing from. The shadowing thing has helped me a lot with my accent. I've been told a lot of times that I sound distinctly British when I speak English, even though I've never been to the UK.
So she obviously talks about shadowing there, which is a fantastic thing to do. I'm not sure if I spoke about it on this or on full volume episodes, but that's repeating what you hear when you listen, and it's fantastic for your pronunciation. As you can see by this recording, yes, you do have a fantastic British accent. In fact, I think you sound more British than me. And I love you forever for saying that I'm articulate. An articulate person is someone that can speak fluently and coherently so that it makes sense. I'm surprised by that because I seem to just talk and like this and I just talk rubbish. Anyway, the mystery of this recording, the mystery identity will be revealed now.
So I guess you couldn't really tell where I'm from, could you? So I forgot to mention that my name is Sarah. I'm from China. Once again, congratulations, Martin, on a wonderful job well done. I wish you all the best and keep on rocking.
Dun, dun, dun. It was Sarah from China. Wow, what drama that was, hey? Anyway, thanks for that, Sarah. And I will keep on rocking. I noticed a few people say that. I don't know why. Do I sometimes say that? But I don't know. Anyway, going from one British pronunciation, let's go to another one. Here we go, people. Brace yourselves.
Hello, Martin. This is Roger here. I'm a chap currently based in Brazil, where I teach Portuguese as a second language to English speakers and English to Brazilians. So it's a language swapping kind of thing, which is nice.
Definitely sounds nice. What's not to like? Languages, Brazil, sounds great. Unless Neymar's there, he's not great.
And I've been a regular listener to your podcast since the very first episode, since the dot.
Since the first episode? Bit like my mum. A nice term there though when he said since year dot. That's what we say since the very beginning, the very first year.
And I use it in my classes, which is really good.
Sorry to keep interrupting you, Roger. Did I say this message is from Roger? I hope so. Thanks, Roger. But what he said there, he uses this podcast in his class in Brazil. Again, I can't believe that. A classroom in Brazil is listening to me speak. I am honoured, I am touched, and thank you very much.
I quite like it for lots of reasons. First of all, because you and Martin is you, by the way.
Yup, I'm definitely Martin.
Oh, right. You and Charlie and Boom Boom, you use T-dropping and other features of language that you won't hear in textbook audios. You use things like swear words and the kind of stuff that you'll hear in the streets, and that's really what I like.
Again, that's another point of the show, and why I always enjoy a conversation with someone, because this natural language just naturally comes out. And when you listen to textbooks and stuff like this, as Roger says, you often won't hear what it's actually like to listen to people. I had the same with Italian. I was listening to the textbook and stuff like this, and then I got to Italy and thought, fuck, I don't understand anyone. No one speaks like the textbook. As my American friend says at the beginning, real English, real people. Or is it real people, real English? Anyway, whatever it is.
And this sort of dark, self-deprecating sense of humour, which is so quintessentially English. And to top it up, I think I listen to your podcast also because it's a good reminder of my wonderful years spent in the UK. I lived in Shoreditch, East London, for 7 years, so I've got 50% of my heart based in Cockney land. Oh, right. I really look up to your work and keep it going, mate. Cheers.
Shoreditch, hey? Very nice. Very cool area of London. Maybe you saw Boom Boom Cannon around there. He used to live there and, you know, he's cool. That's why I didn't live there. In fact, I think he went to live there just after he stopped living with me. I think he thought, okay, now I'm not with Martin anymore, I can go and live in a cool place. Anyway, thanks again for that, Roger. Let's move to the next one, people.
Hi Martin, I'm Sayaka from Japan. Congratulations on the 100th episode. I'm looking forward to the 200th episode. Cheers and keep on rocking.
Thank you, Sayakov, for that message. I hope I've got the pronunciation right. Yes, I'm looking forward to episode number 200 as well. And I'm also looking forward to hearing your voice message on episode number 200. Anyway, people, the show is not over yet. Let's keep on rolling.
Hi, Martin. Elena speaking. I have been listening to Rock and Roll English since its very beginning.
Just like my mum again?
You and your friends are always with me during my commute to work, or while I'm running in the early morning, or during my housekeeping.
That's another crazy thing, thinking about where people listen to me. As you just said there, Eleanor, when you're running, when you're doing some housework, when you're on your way to work. I'm quite interested in this, actually. Maybe one day in the future I will get you to take pictures of where you are or something like that. It's an idea, okay? Food for thought. There's a nice saying, food for thought, something you can think about in the future. I'll think about this, but I will stop talking now and let Eleanor continue speaking.
Why I continue to choose your podcast? Because it's different from all the others. It's funny, sometimes crazy, but never boring. I've been learning a lot about shit, sex on IKEA table.
The important stuff in life.
And real English, of course. So thank you, Martin, Charlie, and Boom Boom. You are the best ever. Or even better, you are the shit. Bye.
Haha, absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much for that, Eleanor. Remember, when you describe people as the shit, it's actually a funny way to say, like, you're great, you're the best. So thanks again for that. The next one here has a few interesting points I want to talk about as well after. So let's listen closely.
Hey, Martin. Life goes on. Heal the fucking pain.
So this is Sergei. I hope I've got the pronunciation right again. I imagine he's referring to the football there. Heal the pain. I'm trying to heal the pain. It's not very easy though. But as he said, life goes on.
You bought a house. You have to settle in and decorate it.
Correct, I did buy a house, although that's not really healing the pain of England losing the semi-final of the World Cup. But the buying a house has caused me a bit of a problem, actually, because I've been doing stuff on the house all weekend, haven't had time for this. and it's now 1:20 in the morning and I still haven't finished. In fact, I'm about halfway. So what have I decided to do? I'm going to do a part 1, part 2 of this mega party, okay? Because I do need to get a little bit of sleep, and plus the party's just getting too big, isn't it? We're 25 minutes now. So what we're going to do is have an after party, okay? We don't want the fun to stop. Plus, people, I imagine, are already waiting for this. I care about that a lot. People that listen to it, that go to work. There are time differences and stuff like this, aren't they? Aren't they? Aren't there? Look, it's 1:20. I can't even speak anymore. But the after party will continue in the next few hours when I get my head up, okay, in the morning. So you can listen to this, and then you can listen to it on your way back from work as well, because it will be finished in a few hours. Anyway, people, don't take your party hats off just yet, okay? Keep those hats on and keep on rocking.
Thanks so much for listening to Rock and Roll English. For more great content and to stay up to date, visit rockandrollenglish.com and facebook.com/rockandrollenglish. We'll catch you next time.